live. It's BearryWaters. It's PapaFlyness. You guys, welcome to the
Hey,
channel. This is. You go ahead, say what's up, man.
what's that?
Go ahead, say what's up, man.
What's up, boys? Here we are, Mr. Bear, Mr. Fly.
That's right. Why don't you plug your Twitch right quick so they can go and they can hit you with the Twitch Prime to start things off, and then we'll continue.
Twitch Prime me at PapaFlyness or your mum's house. Both work.
Fucking nice, man.
Yeah, dude.
My mom's house is real nice, actually. It's pretty fly.
Oh, fuck, I'd like to see that, actually.
Shit, yeah. Why'd you start streaming? Actually, you mentioned before we started getting on here that you were trying to break a bad habit. Is that how you got into streaming? Because YouTube didn't happen.
Actually, it wasn't. It wasn't even that. It was pushing mythic raids. You've always got people that just want to watch what's happening inside raid. My little brother Doc's done some streaming, and we got some other boys in the guild that are like pretty technical. So I just like harassed them to set up my stream, regardless of how technical I am. I just made them do it, just so I could show some people like that are sitting on the bench what the fights look like. Try and save some time, so they can at least work out. Listen to the calls in Discord, and I don't know, just watch it. And at least they're sitting on the bench doing something instead of sitting there being like all grumpy because they're on the fucking bench.
Yeah. Like you definitely like. I've never been upset about being on the bench. I wasn't really, except my monk. I wasn't really prepared to participate in your content, even though I was there. But I feel like I could do Mythic Jaina because I watched y'all so hard. Like that really did a lot for me to understand what's going on there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like mythic fights, like especially when it's like the end boss. There's a few ways to skin a cat, right? So I mean that way, people might go watch a kill video of like one of like the big boys, like a fat boss video, but it's just going to be different. You got different DPS, you got different classes and stuff like that, so you got to deal with things differently. So I mean, if you're just watching us attempt the boss while you're on the bench, you're bound to just get better, or you can just come in because you know what strats we're running.
That's right, definitely.
I mean, it's turned into something like fun, right? Because like, oh shit, people want to watch. I got a sub button, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, just keep doing it.
Box on till Jaina's dead.
Yeah, dude, box on head till Jaina's dead. Are you gonna ask how the box come up? Were you there for the box?
Hell yeah,
Yeah, dude.
came in.
The Cheezels.
I met you. You were like doing heroic BOD for the streams and stuff, and so I was
Yeah,
just leveling
that's
up
right.
heroic, and that's how Barrier got in there. So like, what's VB to you? Is that like cheap beer? Is that like premium beer? What's that?
I wouldn't call it premium. So like beer over here in like Australia, because like we're big on like coffee, we're big on beer, we're big on beverages, man.
Yep.
So like beer over here, there's like you've got your piss weak normal beer, which I guess would be like your Buds or fucking I can't remember the other one, like the the Blue Ribbon or whatever it is.
PBR,
You got
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
yeah, just shit like that. Like it's like really just weak shit beer. That's what VB is. No one. I don't think anyone actually like goes out their way to really drink it.
Right on.
Right. But yeah.
Shit. So, like, I know the answer to this, but people can tell you've got an accent. You're from Australia, so do you like Foster's beer? Is that even a thing there?
Oh God, nobody. Fuck, I'd rather drink a VB.
Hey,
Fucking hell, dude. You know what's funny? Foster's, because they obviously ship it over to England and a few other countries. It actually tastes different in like every country they send it to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they use like different water, and that would be it.
Yeah, they'll brew it differently. Like they'll purposely try to match like some of the taste over in America what you guys would drink for like your cheap beer. They try to match that.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's catering to your market. That's dope.
Exactly.
Heck, so have you only played on Oceanic Realms?
No, man. I started back in Classic. I got the beta, and I got into it. My boy Soul Charmer, who I went to school with, got me into WoW, and I played on a realm called Lightning's Blade. And then I
That's the
think
PvP
I
realm,
think
right?
I didn't go to Oceanic until Wrath of Lich King and like mid Wrath of Lich King as well. Or not even mid, like end tier. I was in a top 10 guild. I can't even remember what the guild's name is, but I remember we're pushing Professor Putricide
Yep.
and
That dude was a
just
big wall for everybody too.
yeah,
Everyone liked
I
him.
had like well, I went from like night shift. We got him. We were like one of the top 10 US guilds that got him. And then I changed from like night shift to day shift for work, so I just couldn't raid with him. And that's when I went to Oceania.
Okay,
So I actually stopped playing the game after that. I didn't come back until WOD.
oh man, you didn't miss anything in Mists. I got like AOTC on the first tier there, and real life just took over. I moved out. I was working, had a girlfriend I was living with, and just I didn't enjoy Mists. And then Draenor came out, and I made a lot of good
Yeah.
friends, and that got me back into it actually. But Wrath was awesome, classic. I got up to like the Spider Wing and Nax, so that intro tier for Nax, but I never got much further into like military or anything else like that. How about you?
So Knack. When was that? Where was that?
Naxxramas, the original Naxxramas. It
Oh,
was
the
back in
original one.
1.4.
So I was in I played in a guild called like Sigil on Lightning's Blade, and we were pretty much the second best guild. I know we got to like the dance boss. I can't even remember their names anymore. We definitely got him down. Then there was, I think it's Thaddeus. That's the yeah. We got
Yeah, the
Thaddeus down.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, I have a feeling we actually got up to Four Horsemen, but it's like it was so long ago that it's like a bit of a blur.
I know the feeling. I definitely do.
Yeah, we did all right. We did all right.
Nice. Have you played a druid that whole time, or like you played other classes?
Nah, started Warlock, and then Wrath went Pally,
I feel
and then
bad
when I
for you in Warlock and Classic.
oh yeah, it was like I didn't know better. I actually grinded to Marshall,
Oh shit,
and
nice.
I had to do study. I had to study for my high school, so I couldn't push for Grand Marshal. So I lost my week because the server kind of took it in turns who was going to push.
Yep, I just
Just
heard
so.
about that on an Asmongold stream actually.
Oh really? Did he talk about how like they used to had you had to wait your turn pretty much?
Yep, yeah, like it was just a group of like friends at the top end just passing the
Yeah.
title around.
Yeah, and I remember there was always like there was a couple of groups, but because of how much we did, we kind of controlled who could get the grand marshal. Every now and then, one of the other groups would just beat you, and you just didn't farm enough.
Yep, yep.
But and you'd have to hide because you didn't want people to like inspect you because you could see how much honor you got for the week. So
Oh
like these
shit.
groups like be queuing up and shit, and we're like, oh man, it's coming back to me. Play with a
Yep.
guy called Invasmany, man. That dude was like straight up baller.
Well, what class was he?
He was a priest,
Dude, priests were fucking badass.
dwarf priest, man.
Oh man, there was this undead priest on Scarlet Crusade RPUS, and whenever he came into the battleground, I was like, "Fuck, we're gonna lose. That's the good team."
Nice, nice. That's
Like
fucking gold.
the shadow priests were nasty over there. So, are you gonna? Do you have plans for classic since it's coming out the end of this month?
That's touchy. Like it's not super touchy. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna jump over. I'm probably gonna play like a rogue, or a warrior, and I'll tank because
Yeah,
I'm starting to enjoy tanking a bit more.
yeah, you picked that
Um,
up recently. Nice.
yeah, man. Someone had to do it, but like I'm going to go over there. I'm going to play it, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm actually like a little bit worried that the game's going to be pretty watered down because everyone knows all the mechanics, everyone knows what to expect, and now there's like you got weak auras in classic, man. Like mechanics in classic aren't hard, but I mean, there's going to be weak auras that make those like any sort of hard mechanics. It's just going to make it so easy that I just don't think it'll be a challenge. Like
Right.
it'll just be like who can sink the most fucking time into the game.
Yeah, I myself I'm not going back into classic at all. I feel like I did my time. There's nothing new except for like the last three wings of Naxxramas for me as a player. And
Yeah,
so I'm not into it. There's not going to be like, oh, we got to figure out how to do this boss. It's just you guys have done this for 15 years. There's if anybody
Yeah,
doesn't know what's going on, fucking G kick.
that's exactly it. And everyone already knows what comps you need to take and what classes you need to take. It's just I don't know. I think it's going to lose. Like, there's no magic there, and
Right.
I think because of that, like the game's going to maybe fizzle out. But I'd be very interested in like jumping on a rogue and PvPing. But then again, you're just running flags, or you're in AB just camping a site. So I mean, that's not going to be fun as well. So
True. You
maybe
could
just
push that Terran Mill South Shore meta back. You could bring that back.
yeah, that's what I want to do, dude. Like just fucking just become one of those. Like, it'd be cool to be a notorious person who's like, oh, the motherfucking papa flies on me again.
Yeah.
And get a few other boys to roll rogue and just go fucking troll people.
Twitch Prime for Papa Fly South Shore
Eh.
Terran Mill PvP.
Oh,
Like I was in Nazjatar last week, and with all the sharding and stuff that happens with my server, I see a lot of other RP realms. And my original server being Scarlet Crusade, there was this dude. I was like, shit, I know you. I know you. You were Grand Marshal back 15 years ago, and you stayed out there. And I know what it like. He had the same transmog from back then. AV Tabard, Paladin, Ret Paladin, and like he's notorious. I know him because he did that.
that's fucking gold.
Yeah, so I got him on my B tag, and like we were talking, and he seems to have chilled out, but he mostly still PvPs, which is awesome. Um, but let's see. I got a few other questions. I got a lot more questions, so I don't know how much time you have. Just let me know if I'm taking too much. Um, like how are you guys so chill but progress so hard? Like
Oh,
I'm in more of like an AOTC, like 3 to 4 mythic boss kind of guild. We'd like to get a full clear, but I don't think it's like reasonable to expect. But you guys do it, and you guys have a lot of fun doing it. How do you? Is that like a Aussie thing that you're so chill?
I don't know, a little bit, yes. Um, there's, I think it's just the culture of the guild that I really wanted to create, right? Um,
That
people who are people who tend to be douchebags don't last in this guild. Like whenever I'm recruiting or interviewing someone, I can sort of just I can just tell what sort of person they're going to end up being and stuff, and I can tell if it's a good fit. I mean, the guild's been cranking nearly 4 years, man. So it takes a lot of work to get it to this point. And like we've still got, I think, 12 or 13 people that are still here from like fucking day one. So I
you
mean,
you mentioned your brother plays, and like you had a friend from high school play. Are like those 12 core people? Did you know them in real life or from other games?
it started off with pretty much like nearly, I think, 6 or 7 real life friends of mine were in the raid team, and all the others were just people that I met when I was on a dead realm. And I actually was lucky because I was on a dead realm. Uh, Thorson fuck Dread Mall. We were able to put together people who just want to raid, and that's sort of how it started. And I mean, because you're sort of taking anyone you can get on a dead realm, because we were the only guild to get a mythic kill in HFC.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's how dead the realm was, and there was only 2 other guilds that had AOTC. So
Okay.
anyone that wanted to push, they had to come see your boy Papa Fly to get an invite. So because of that, I kind of, the server was mine, and we had a pretty large guild. But when it come to Legion, pretty much first tier, first mythic boss, like we nearly didn't even have enough people. Like it was just too rough to do anything.
Yeah,
So we
that's
we had
very
to server
relatable.
transfer.
That's very relatable. So, I play on Moonguard US, which is a notorious RP realm for
Yep.
reasons that I don't really need to bring up in this kind of content. Um, but like, I looked following WoW Progress, we've got about 30 guilds that even do heroic. But then I flip over, I look at Storm Rage US, and they'll have like 120 mythic guilds that are halfway done with the mythic tier. And it's like, we have similar populations, just we have a smaller raider pool, and people
Yep.
don't like understand that aspect as well. Just because you're on a high pop realm, an active realm, doesn't mean it's good for raiding either.
That's right. That's right.
So you went to Frostmourne, and Frostmourne's got a lot of folks on it. Isn't there like a one of the top 20 guilds from there, like Heaven or something like that?
There's two top 20 guilds. There's Honestly, and there's some new one that's popped up. Fuck, I can't even remember their name now. I think they've dropped out. They've dropped out a little bit now. They sort of fell off. But Honestly is what, pushing 18. There you go. Ethical's number 20.
Okay.
And they're doing pretty good. They're doing good. Like back in the day, we had one of the guilds. They were called Entropy. Um,
Yep, I remember them too. Was that in Legion, right?
yeah, that was in Legion. They got hell yeah. I think they got like US 6 Oceanic first.
Yeah.
The other day, I thought I mistakenly thought they had a realm first, or sorry, a world first. I fucked that up. So the boys are giving me a bit of shit over that. But
Me too. Me too.
I was yelling at them, telling them that Entropy was a world first guild, and I was wrong. That's pretty much it. And now they're just hanging shit. But what's a little bit funny about Entropy is their GM Zera.
Yeah.
He's in the. Do you know Free Marcy, the Mythic Plus that won the Invitation 1 and 2?
No, I haven't actually watched any of that because
Well, there you
I
go.
just
So the Aussies actually won the Invitational 1 and 2, and they're from Entropy.
brilliant. So, all right, you can count that as world first, like world number one.
Yeah, sure. And it gets a little bit more funny when I started the guild. You know, because we were lacking a few members to push Mythic Archie. I messaged a real life friend of mine. My real life probably a bit more of an acquaintance. He's like a friend of a friend. But he's all right, good bloke. Also, the GM of Entropy's Era, so he was raiding with us in HFC,
Oh,
and
that's
he
mad.
yeah, man, he bought in some Entropy boys, and helped us get that first cutting or get that first cutting edge.
Yo, I think you got cutting edge that night when you brought in that warlock from that other guild. Is that like the same dude?
That has guy that we bought in for the AOTC. He was actually a raider in our guild,
Yeah, yeah.
and I mean he was nothing like he's an amazing player, but I mean he didn't change anything. It's just our warlock was away, so we had to get a warlock in because our strat relied on a warlock.
I got you. Say we've like brought up the fact that you need like these different comps and stuff, and like watching you stream helped your bench players and gave your guild access to your strategies. Do you ever take into consideration like when you see, I think like Limit was stacking elemental shamans. Is that something you plan to do for this tier, or do you not want to talk about
Not
that yet?
not not really. Like because we're what middle of the pack.
Mhm.
Nerfs come, you get more gear. You don't really need to weigh everything in your favor. At this point, so it's not something that happens. Sometimes some people might have like an alt geared up, and they'll rotate an alt out just to help because it'll do more damage on a particular fight. But like if I start asking people to level up alts and stuff like that, it's going to burn my boys out, and that's not the
Burn
type
them
of raid
out.
culture I want. Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
I'm
understandable.
really heavy on telling them to go outside, go for a run, come play different games. Because
Yeah.
I don't want them to be burnt out. I don't want them to have like any sort of mental health issues or anything like that. So I kind of look after them, just how I'd hope someone would look after me.
Big Papa, dude.
Yeah, big papa man.
Yeah, so like, you encourage them to play other games. You've streamed League of Legends on your
Oh.
Twitch. So, was it hard to get people to get into League of Legends? I don't like
No,
MOBAs, but
I I actually played Heroes of New Earth, and I used to be very 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 high elo in Hon.
okay.
And then I swapped over to Dota, and I think I've got like 3,000 hours played. And then I just haven't touched MOBAs. There's a lot of guys in this guild. They play League,
Yep.
so we just play League as just another game to play together. That's about it. That's all it is. If they play Dota, I play Dota.
Yeah, like my guild, we just this past month we've started to like try to become more of a community and not just like
Yeah,
a raiding guild. And so like we've started trading like trainer tags in Pokemon Go. So like if anybody in
nice,
Prestige plays, I can post in your Discord my trainer tag, and
dude. I think there's a couple.
we can get some like gift trading. I can get y'all some American gifts. It doesn't really do anything special as far as I know, but it's cool to see like, oh wow, this came from all the way over there.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, it definitely like that's really good for your guild. Like, that's how guilds stay together, right? That's how we've stayed together.
For sure. There's been a lot of turnover on my server as far as raiding guilds because people just leave to go to those magnet servers like Storm Rage or Area
Yeah.
52. Let's see. So like, you've got a pretty nice setup. You get plenty to drink, plenty to eat. How do you make a living?
Oh, was that your mic just cut out?
Yeah. So like, it seems like you provide for yourself pretty well. Like, what do you do for work outside of Warcraft?
Wow, what do I do for work? I'm an IT technician.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So
So you got
yeah,
software
whenever
and
someone
hardware.
oh dude, I got hardware, man. Holy shit, I got hardware. But like my computer's pretty fucking tidy. But like, yeah, I'm a tech. I started become a tech like 3 years ago. Work at a very good company here in my hometown. So yeah,
Cool.
it's good. It's good, man, and it's good. Like guildies, they'll have technical issues. They come to me. We got Duca as well, who's in the guild, who's also a bit who's a tech as well. So we always got people who can help out. It's good.
Yeah, I think every guild's got somebody like that. My GM could slap together a computer within your budget. You just gotta ask.
Yeah, we
It's
actually just did that. So like Duck actually works at another tech place. He does work for them,
okay.
but it's another tech place here in our town, and they do like gaming PCs. The kind of stuff I do isn't. It's never the public coming into our shop doing anything. I work in a company. There's about 30 of us. We do managed service. We're a managed service provider.
Okay.
So what that means is we got businesses with like up to 100 computers and servers. So every business we look after has a server, right? We look after that. We look after cloud servers, backup solutions, and stuff like that. So we're like business IT, not really like public IT.
Yeah, you ain't Geek Squad. You corporate.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Fucking right, dude. Let's see. Like you've got I feel like I've seen somebody in your stream that's a significant other. Is that correct?
Yep.
Did you meet her in real life or like just in WoW? Like,
Yeah, man.
real
I
life,
I met her in real life.
the old
That's where I met
fashioned
her.
way,
Yeah, the old fashioned way, mate.
just swiping right.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. So like, do you got any relationship advice?
Man, I've been divorced twice, man. I wouldn't take my advice.
That's some good advice then. Uh, like,
Oh, dude.
say I had to wait. We were gonna do this over the weekend, but we ended up deciding to wait until now to do the interview, because you do have kids as well. Do you
Yep.
have like what's that one piece of knowledge that you gave your firstborn that you might keep aside from the second one if you got more than one?
I don't think there's advice I'd keep one from the other. So I got to make my eldest is a boy. He's turning 12, so he's into games now and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And I've got a darling daughter. She's 9. So I mean they're pretty close in age as well. They're very close because I'm not with their mother.
Hmm.
Um, they're very close. So
That's cool.
it's hard, and they're very different kids. But like the best advice I give my son is you have, because if he doesn't get something right the first time, he loses it. Like he just can't comprehend why he can't do something the first time. So I'm always telling him, you've got to fail. Like fuck it, if you got to fail 100 times to get it right, it that's all that matters, right? You got to enjoy the journey to get like the end result that you want.
Oh yeah, I can relate that. Like for my guild, when I was raid leading in Old Year, I don't raid lead anymore, but I'm still an officer. But we did 200 kills or 200 wipes on Mother before we got our first kill.
That's rough. That's rough. Persistence pays off, mate. Persistence
For sure.
pays off.
and it really burned out a lot of people. But the people that
Yep.
stayed, we're a lot closer, and we've got mad jokes. You know, shout out to our Red Paladin Apollo, who's the epitome of a living meme. He dies all the time, and so the meme is Paulo Res Apollo. Do you guys have any
Yeah.
inside jokes like that in your raids?
Oh, dude, we have too many, man, and like because we have a soundboard,
Oh,
that
what?
guy Duco I was talking about
Yeah.
is my real life friend. He's actually got sound recordings of every single raid that we've done since the guild started. All right,
Oh,
he's got them sitting there on a little fucking drive. There's something like fucking half a terabyte of just me talking shit or yelling at people or something. So, and like for me, I don't get to lose a meme. It doesn't die out in a couple of months. 'Cause he's got a soundboard with like 400 clips. So like someone asked me, you know, if you'd ever go back, like, if you're like in like you're time traveling or something, would you go back and fuck your mum? And I'm like, dude, if I could go back in time and bang my mum, I'd plow her. Like, fuck yeah.
hey.
Like, if there's no consequences, just do it, man. And like, you know, that gets played all the time. I don't know. There's just so many fucking inside jokes.
If
I feel
there's
sorry
no
for
consequences, do it.
like, it's like, and like he plays a soundboard all the time, and just 4 years, man. Just some of the people we've had some fucking characters, man. Like it's just so it just blows my mind, like where we find some of these fucking like people. It's just it's gold. There's always an inside joke, and I feel sorry for any new people that join because we had two join tonight. They
Oh, awesome.
probably they probably like missed out like half of the jokes, but they still had a good time, right? Like they, you know, so
Dude, I have so much fun just observing and like being on the fringe of everything. Like it is a lot of fun. That's why you're my favorite streamer, and I feel like that's why we're here now, man.
yeah, man,
So like let's see. A couple like just another couple like real life things, and we'll get back to the game, and then
yeah,
we
man.
can try and wrap it up from there. Like in like do you have a favorite recipe or just a favorite food? Like
Oh shit, dude! I have a favorite like to cook recipe.
yeah.
You're gonna love this, man. Fried chicken, motherfucker.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I
Leroy
make
Jenkins
some.
chicken.
Oh dude, I make some fucking banging fried chicken, man. And like
What's the secret to your fried chicken? Like what
the,
makes
the
it
the
special?
I won't give you the spices I use, but I'll give you the biggest secret. Is the night before I'll sit the chicken in a bowl of buttermilk,
All
and
right.
then I'll obviously coat from the buttermilk, and then I'll do my two coats. So sometimes I'll double or triple coat, but it's that buttermilk, man. It takes like that like really sort of chickeny flavor out, and it just like I don't know, just it just makes it really good. Makes it so fucking tender and juicy. Buttermilk, man, that's the shit.
It is. It is. You can do the same with seafood as well. Like use it for calamari. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Use that with calamari. Uh, my profile picture is a bear with a pot of like squid tentacles in it. I've cooked in a lot of different restaurants, so I've picked up things here or there, and that's definitely
Fuck
one
yeah.
thing I can vouch for. Like if you're trying to make bomb chicken, if you're trying to meet that girl in real life, go ahead, find a recipe where you marinate the chicken in the buttermilk and make it real nice. You guys
Fuck
will
yeah.
not be disappointed. Um, and then like let's see. Um, you kind of already went over this. Like, is there anything that like gaming gets in the way of that you wish you spent more time in real life doing instead of in the virtual world?
Probably spending time with my girlfriend.
True. Does she not play?
She doesn't play WoW. She'll play like other games, and you know, she reads books and she watches like very different video shows than I would. So she'll spend a time, you know, she'll go watch like a video show that I'm not interested in. But like sometimes it's like it'll be a pain because like something might happen, or I've got to put some time into the game to make sure I can still just raid at a high level, let alone raid lead.
Yep.
So like with the 8.2 patch now, like flying come out, I had to farm rep, I had to do this. So it was like I'd come home and I'd do this. It'd take time away from the gym, which I really wasn't going to because I fucked my knee. But yeah,
like shit. I play kind of casually. I've got plenty of time to like give more to the game, but it's that's not what's rewarding for me. It's the interactions with the people. That's why Classic was
That's
so fun.
exactly it.
But like, Method and Limit, all those guys, they skipped getting their flying and just pushed on getting ready for the raid. And I still don't have my flying. I leveled up a new character and geared it up in the first 2 weeks of this patch. So I know what you mean when like that grind takes you away from something like, I could have been learning how to edit videos.
Yep, that's exactly it. Yeah, you could be spending time learning something else. I could go learn how Cisco routers work or something like that and get better at my job and get paid more, But it's like,
Yep.
I enjoy this too much, so I'm not going to do that all the time because I'll get burnt out at work as well.
Hell yeah, indeed, indeed. And so like back when I was a teenager, like 16, 17, I got into this band from I think they're from Melbourne. They're called the Red Paintings. I think I showed you them one
Okay,
stream.
yeah,
Um,
yep.
and like through their MySpace, I met this girl from Perth, just on MySpace. We were friends for like a few years and everything. And her favorite band was Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you really like your punk. Is that like all Australians are really into punk, or like?
Oh, fuck no. Nah,
Yeah,
man. No,
I thought it
I
was
don't
like a
think.
weird coincidence, so I had to ask.
Dude, I'll tell you the story how I got into punk, man.
Yeah.
I had this girlfriend. Her name was Tabitha. Shout out Tabitha if you're listening, wherever the fuck you are. You broke my heart. I was like 12 or 13. I can't remember the exact age, but I wanted to buy her an album, right? And like music for me then was like I just listened to burnt copies of like Eminem.
Yep.
So, you know, um, didn't really have any taste in music. She liked this band called Blink 182. I was like, all right, I'll buy her a Blink 182 album. So I went and mowed lawns for the weekend. Got enough money to buy her the album. I bought the album. Got to school the next day, and she dumped me. And
What?
before I could even give her the album for her birthday, man. So I was just like, oh fuck. Got home, listened to the album, and I probably listened to it like 100 times straight, man. Like, and that's how I got into punk. Then I got into metal, and then I learned drums, and yeah.
Well, shit, that's like really really sweet. More people need to like, put in the effort to do something sincere for somebody. And even it doesn't work out all the time, but you got something that you've kept your whole life out of that. Actually, you said you play drums, you play the music on stream, like you enjoy that, and you wouldn't have gotten that opportunity. So looking back on my life, there's things it's like, damn, it would have been cool if it worked differently, but goddamned if I'm not here, no regrets.
Yeah, I think regardless, I get into that type of music like without a doubt. I probably just a little couple of years later, or it wouldn't be as maybe not as important in my life. But I don't think I would have got into drums. I don't know.
Travis is a beast.
Travis is good. Travis is really good. Yeah,
He's definitely up there. Not everybody who's like famous for what they do are the best at what they do, but goddamn if he doesn't
that's
have good
right.
music. And you guys got your cutting edge, and goddamned if that wasn't good entertainment and fun to watch. Like
It was.
way more than that Red Bull shit.
Yeah, man. I don't even know why I put Green Day on that. Hey, like I was just like, you know what? I feel like listening to fucking Green Day and just pumping out some Green Day like tonight because I think I'm gonna get the kill. And I think the kill actually lined up. Like if you watch like the kill video, with like the all the noise and all the raid sounds and the music I was playing, it lines up so good.
Oh yeah, I
I was
think I
like,
clipped that
yeah,
shit for you, dude.
yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
was gold.
Hell yeah, that was a lot of fun. And some folks from my guild, they wanted me to ask the most obvious question that I can ask somebody in your position. What's it take to be in your guild and participate and not just be like a social or an alt? Like, how do you break through to that next level?
It's like time, right? You got to put in your time for your neck. And you just got to shop to raids, man. Like I tell that to people all the time. We have people in the guild that are good players, but they they might still have a level 53 neck. And I try to tell people, if your neck is level 53 and everyone else's is 58, and you're the one letting people down. Like, and nobody wants to be that person. So it's hard. You got to know your class. You got to be able to pull your numbers, and you just got to show up to raids. Like attendance is probably the biggest thing. Like you're gonna figure out you're gonna like if you're showing up to raids means you have enough time to probably do your neck, and you're going to work out your rotation. Like DPS you can learn. Just showing up to raids you can't, man. And it sucks that 3 nights a week is pretty rough. So, but that's the
Definitely.
biggest thing.
Definitely. I agree with that. To my guildies and any other people that are going to find this video when it goes up on BearryWaters Plays channel on YouTube. That's where I'm going to upload this. Just to, don't expect more out of the game than the time you put into it. And
That's it.
it's okay to not be it's okay to not be a celebrity. Like play street ball, fuck it. Like ball out in normal. Like stay in your lane.
Yeah, 100%. Like, do you want to raid? Do like you got to understand as well. Like, you wiped what 200 times. You ended up getting mother. Like, you obviously had
Yeah,
people that wanted to get mother and that were there and willing to put in the time. You can't always find a guild that's going to get a boss down in 20 fucking pools. Like some
definitely.
people some guilds just take longer. It's just how it is.
Definitely, definitely. Attendance is the one thing you can't teach people. They got
That's
to
the
be
hardest
willing to
thing.
give it. And if you show
Yep.
up, like you said, you're going to learn out your DPS rotation. You're going to realize that your low neck level is the reason we're not pushing that checkpoint that you have to meet. And, it's going to make you a better player to surround yourself with better players. But, you got to have fun while you do it. If it's not fun for you to do that, don't expect to do more than what you're capable of, I think.
If you're not having fun doing it, do yourself a favor. Stop. Just stop. Like,
Oh,
it's
one
not worth
second.
it. Because
I had another alarm go off. That'll be a hilarious blooper later.
nice.
But yeah, say we want the biggest thing we look for is, are you able to attend? That's it. Like if you can
Yep.
attend, if you can make it there, like then we can help you out with everything else. We'll look at your logs, we'll look at your sims, we'll raise your level of play because you're willing to give
Yep.
us time. Not all
See,
guilds will do that.
it's like we're in the middle where like we're now pushing cutting edge, right? So I get a lot more applicants. I get a lot of good applicants, and I get a lot of applicants that maybe 8 months ago I would have took, but now I won't because I don't think they can add anything to the raid team. But like if it's not a non-cutting edge guild, if you're just showing up to raids, a good attitude, and you're putting in the time outside a raid, and you having fun with the boys, fuck man, you are literally like you're a GM's fucking wet dream.
Absolutely. And just having a good attitude. Like, you can't come into G Chat, you can't come onto Discord with all that salt. Like you said, when you interview people, you can tell
Yeah,
if they're going to
man.
be great or not, if they're going to fit in. And if you're just down all the time because you're not getting loot, the game's not about loot. It's an MMO.
That's
It's
it.
it's to play with other people. So just
You
because you
can
don't
you
get,
don't even need to you don't even need to raid to get loot now. Like
yeah,
there's nearly no upgrades for me in the game nearly. Like so obviously I'm not doing it for loot. So yeah.
definitely. Hell yeah, man. Hopefully, Prestige on it's Frostmourne, right?
Yeah, man. Good old OC Frostmourne, Oceana.
So, hopefully your guild enjoys this. Hopefully this lasts on that hard drive with the other 1.5 terabyte slot.
Oh fucking
But
hell, dude.
I know my guild's gonna enjoy this, and hopefully this gets out there and it can brighten people's day. If you're at work, if you're mowing lawns for that CD for that girl, if you're making buttermilk chicken, whatever it is, I have fun. And I appreciate you giving me the time. Do you got any questions or anything you want to wrap up with?
Nah, man, just keep making those Pokemon card vids, man, and keep posting them.
I can do that for
You
sure.
If you're like, dude, I need something crazy to do, just give me 10 minutes. I'll think of something. Hey.
Damn right. Well, well, I guess I'm gonna give away one of the things that I want to do. I haven't found a way to do it. I want to get a bottle of water, just like some Dasani, and I want to take
Yeah.
that, get a water energy, crush it up, and shove it down in the water bottle.
Fuck.
That's that BearryWaters energy right there.
Oh, you need a drink from the water bottle afterwards. Just show that how full it is, and then just drink from it. I don't care. Pour it into a cup that you can't see, and put it down. Make it look like you've drunk from it. That would be gold.
I'll chug everything, including the card.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking righteous.
Fuck.
Dude, it's been a blast. This will go up later today, and I'll make sure you guys get a link. I really appreciate it again. Shout out to your guild. Shout out to Fallen Way. One last time, I want everybody watching this, go on to Twitch TV / PapaFlyness. That's with a PH, right? Or is that an F now?
Just no, no, just yeah. Oh shit, I don't even. No, no, FLY. So it's just like PaPaFlyness.
Go there, give them a follow. If you got that Amazon Prime, hit them with the Twitch Prime. If you got an extra $5, hit them with a sub. You won't be disappointed, and it's just constant fun. Thanks again, man. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, and